No, brother. Look, I'm right there with you. Look, I come from a criminal family, right? I wrote a book about it. And I used to get very frustrated with my father and my older brother. I wouldn't discuss it with my father so much. I did sometimes, right? Like when he ran away and he went on the run and became a fugitive. And my older brother too. And I would say to them and I'd plead with them. I'd say, look, what you think is your self-interest is not always your real self-interest. Sometimes you got to take hits to actually create something better for yourself and other people around you, and not worrying about yourself sometime or in your immediate self-interest actually helps your long-term interest. And that's a tenet in anything, finance or whatnot. If you can delay immediate gratification today and save money, right, your later years are going to be a lot better. And I think that's very obvious, but very difficult to do for people because we're all ego bound and we're all in the moment and we're all everything else. And this is replete throughout the fight game. Listen, when I was at the Scrap Pack, would it have been smart for those guys to use me for what I was, a longtime striker who could teach some things? Sure, it would have, but it would have hurt their ego and it would have hurt their self-image, and their fighters, and ego and self-image is a large part of getting in that cage or ring and beating people up. So I get it. Like Jake Shields had Tarek Azim as his trainer. Was that the smartest thing to do, or should he have had a trainer who had more experience and whatnot? Well, the thing is, Tarek, I'm sure, wasn't charging him anything. Tarek was very smart. I remember Hackelman said to me, I was on a podcast with Hackelman. Hackelman got really mad at me because I said something about Tarek. He goes, I've cornered people with Tarek. And he goes, I think Tarek is a really rich guy that just does what he does because he loves it. Well, no, Hackelman. Tarek was actually using you to make his name in the fight game because you had Chuck Liddell and you were already a fixture. You'd been a lifelong martial arts coach. Tarek was using you to corner with you to rub off on some of your stuff so he could say, yeah, I corner people with Hackelman. But Hackelman was not clever enough to really understand that. And that's the game constantly with what are people doing around you. And like, if you're clever enough like Tarek was, guys like Jake and guys like Hackelman will actually thank you. Hey, thank you, Tarek, for using me. They don't realize that they were actually served a purpose for Tarek. And did that serve Tarek's interest? Yes. Did it serve the other guy's interest? I don't know. I mean, Hackelman got all the money from those fights, right? Tarek didn't demand any because he knew the reputational cred was more important. So this is one of those things in life you always got to measure with yourself. You got to be very self-reflective. All those guys we're talking about, the Prez, Shug, King, those guys' egos are too big. They're not going to think, hey, will this be good for me if I help Mike Tyson a little, take a little step back? No, they don't think like that. They want it all right now because that's what a lot of people do. And yeah, man, we're getting deeper than just the fight game here, but that's why I love it. The fight game brings this stuff up. Like and follow for more, guys.